Good evening. I am Alex, and welcome to Homebrew, presented by Raven and Blade. Homebrew is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons live play that is featured on streaming sites like YouTube and Twitch, and now, through the power of imagination, podcasts. Homebrew tells the tale of 5 emergent mercenaries for hire: Gareth Legant, the Lawnfall Fighter; Lee Bond, the Scurrilous Rogue; Lux Particula, the Vartara Wizard; Stranfiend, the Knoll Druid; and Thoradin, the Drachlanar Barbarian, and their adventures through the lands of Alinadin. The format of the game has changed considerably since first being conceptualized in January of 2020. Originally, it was to be a lighthearted slice-of-life romp of a live play featuring my family and specific friends as players, but now, in this age of travail, it has morphed into a virtual game with my fiancé and 4 friends, played on Roll20 and now Foundry. This second episode is the last with the original group of 3, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. The 3 fledgling emergent learn a bit about their starting city, they meet in a tavern, and they receive their first quest. Enjoy.
So we might as well just go ahead and start. We're streaming live. I need to go get a couple binder clips. So Johnny, ask Jacob a question.
I'm choking on a carrot, but that's not funny.
I'd rather you not choke on a carrot. I'm going to roll to see if you can stop choking. That's a 13. I think you'll be okay.
13 is an unlucky number.
I guess we should start feeding our children, I guess.
It's delayed, see?
It is delayed, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I keep thinking I've had them. Why do I need to feed them again?
Yeah, I'm just looking at my hand go.
Johnny, how many times do we need to feed you, by the way?
What do you mean?
4.
Like legally. What's our legal requirement?
What do you mean? Like, do meal-wise?
Yeah, well, yeah.
No,
meals are
in
other.
general.
Yeah.
3 meals a day?
A day? That doesn't sound right.
3 meals every day.
That sounds like a lot.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
I don't mean D&D, I mean like, real life.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're
I'm
talking about.
I'm talking about feeding you.
Yeah, 3 meals.
Sometimes I get
3 whole meals?
3 servings. Breakfast,
So you
dinner,
could eat
lunch.
all 3 servings at once.
No.
That would be
big
So 3
pile.
servings. Yeah.
okay.
No.
3
Breakfast,
servings
dinner,
of
lunch.
Broccoli.
bread. Broccoli. 3 servings of broccoli. Here you
No,
go.
no,
In
thank
that
you.
wait, in that order, breakfast, dinner, and then lunch. So you want lunch third?
No, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I like dinner for breakfast.
Me
I
too.
like, breakfast for dinner, dinner for
yeah,
breakfast.
that's what I
I
like.
don't really like dinner for breakfast as much.
I
But
do.
breakfast for dinner, I enjoy from time to time.
Pasta.
Yeah.
Pasta for breakfast is
Pasta for breakfast.
fabulous.
Is
Or
wrong,
leftover casserole.
and
I
you should
can't
be
do
ashamed of
that.
yourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I was saying before, we got the least amount done with Jacob's character, although he and I did chat a bit yesterday.
Can we just stare at him while you guys work on it?
Well, it's going to be kind of an open table.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, no one on video saw that.
Johnny has a small drinking problem.
Why you're picking on him for being small?
So we,
I'm kidding.
a
Go
small
on.
drinking.
Yeah.
So we determined that Jacob's character, who is named Gareth, we chose a last name for him, which is Legant. Or Legant. How do you?
Legant.
Legant. Okay, so emphasis on that Gant part. I hope I remember that second syllable. And his family is one that's been associated with Whitecap for a long time. He comes from money. His family owns, and we could say with no issue that they own the largest logging company in Whitecap. Now, they're not headquartered in Whitecap, I don't think, because of the troubles that Whitecap has had in the past.
The big decrease in population?
Yes.
Do we know what that was due to?
Yes.
We do know what that was due to.
Yes.
What was it due to?
About 200 years ago, the town, hundreds of years before that, there was an association of wizards in Terragir who were mucking about with conjuration magic.
I was wrong. I really love wizards.
Okay.
I have no idea what you just said. Those are just random.
I It's 11:11.
It's 11.
I'll make 11
wishes. Oh my god.
I just heard. Blah, 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 blah.
This tangerine you speak of, is this the world?
What?
Terrier.
Terrier is the kingdom.
Terrier is the kingdom. So it's
Tangerine.
it's the nation that Whitecap Peninsula is part of.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
The portrait looks great, Alex. Thank you.
The portrait.
Of Taran.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it's Taran.
Taran.
I thought it was Taran.
Taran. Sorry, Taran. Yes, Taran.
He's a man of mystery.
He changes his name.
You better behave. He'll be Taran.
So this is that's actually
It's
Delafran.
too dark to see on there.
Yeah, I'm not really doing it for them. There's no way to.
Mhm.
Without showing you the map, it's really the best I can do.
That's fine.
Okay.
Maybe we get it.
You can
Well, I can maybe would it be okay just to hand it to each of you, and you could look at it and then pass it to the next person?
Yeah, I mean, if we need to. I mean, I think.
I wanted to show you
I
the
think we
map.
have the idea. Oh, that's true. I guess you want us to.
That's actually a map focused on Delafran. I haven't done the regional Terrier map yet, but Terrier is on that map.
So you draw all
Oh, this
that.
is Terrier. Wait, that Terrier Sea?
This is Terrier, his kingdom.
That's land.
Right.
Oh, okay, because it looks like there's brown stuff that's.
That's a lake. That's the
Oh,
warm
the
heart.
colors are switched.
And the peninsula that
yeah.
Whitecap
Okay.
is right
What's
there.
this harbor here?
That's just a.
That's
it's a-
important. That will have great big. I mean, I am a seafaring. No, these are things I pay attention to. It looks actually a lot like the Bay of Fundy, which has crazy tides.
The Bay of Fundy.
Funny. Fun indeed.
Triana, the capital, is there
Uh-huh.
of Terrier.
Capital's down here.
But
Wisdom's +5.
We're up there.
we digressed a lot from the original question, which was what happened 200 years ago when the city was destroyed.
Mhm.
So anyway, there's this group of conjurers working on developing some new magics. There was an accident. They accidentally,
This.
as a result, I mean, people can only assume that it was because of this experiment that happened. But as a result, portions of Terrier along the coast, much like almost 2,000 years ago when they were attacked by a race called the Rake. But basically there was a kind of a little mini demonic invasion.
A mini demonic invasion.
Yeah. The fun
Meaning
kind of
the
demonic
demons
invasion.
were tiny, or the invasion was tiny.
The invasion was
Okay.
it was more like localized.
Okay.
Where's
And the threat was dealt with over time, and they thought it went away. But as it ends up, there are still pockets of these water-oriented demons that still crop up from time to time. And in Whitecap, about 200 years ago,
Am I
they
supposed
cropped
to be
back up
writing this
again.
down?
Only if you want to. Only if you're a note taker.
I can't really take notes, so.
You can't. That's why we have paper and pencils. We're doing it old school.
Yeah, seals.
And so Whitecap during this was destroyed during this incursion. To commemorate the event, they have a pair of curved talons on posts at the end of the main pier in the docks, just to remind people that, hey, we defeated this evil. And there's actually scattered throughout the coast in this area are these rocky outcrops along the shore, rock formations like this.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like that. And there's one on the beach just outside of Whitecap that looks like a stone version of one of the demons that attacked Whitecap 200 years ago. So it's sort of long and serpentine in shape, like 10 feet tall. But it's very weathered and old, and it's only like in the most basic of shapes. Could you say that might be it if you look at it the right time of day and at the right angle? You know, that does look kind of snake-like. But so that's what happened in Whitecap.
Huh.
Demons.
Means.
It's always demons.
It's always demons. And so, perhaps your family's business was headquartered in White Cat. Oh, you're just turning everything off.
Oh my gosh, cat.
Oh, that's not good.
What'd the cat do?
I jumped on, somehow managed to hit every single button on both the laptop and the mouse at the same time.
That's impressive.
What'd you do?
I just said he somehow managed to hit every single button.
What bad thing did he do?
The turning off of the things.
Yeah. He made it go ding, ding, ding. So I'm not sure exactly what he did. Is the webcam still active?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
My hand is big.
I guess we're all right. So maybe they were headquartered in White Cap. Maybe the headquarters was destroyed. They maintained, clearly they still maintained some sort of presence there. And now especially that White Cap is building back up. But why did you not want to get into the family business?
Gareth really had nothing wrong with the family business as much as, it was just more that he thinks that a lot of his family ideals are kind of old and outdated. They really don't want a bunch of newcomers coming to Whitecap. They like it the way it is. They really don't want things to change. And he doesn't think that that's a positive thing for just people as a whole.
Okay.
I can already see why we would get along.
So he's trying to sort of, break away from that, on his own and, show that, hey, we can work together to make things better for everyone.
Could it be, I'm trying to think if it should be a racial bias or if it should be a class bias.
Well,
they would want probably White Cap to grow because that would only increase their business and their profits. If it stays the way it was, then White Cap would still be a dead cow.
Well, last session you said something to the effect that a lot of people weren't happy with all the newcomers to White Cap.
That is true. The people who stayed behind during the lean times because some people did stay in White Cap even after everyone either fled or killed.
Died.
Yeah. Some hardy folk did stay, and they kind of feel like the purists because they're OW, they're original White Cappers. And so all this new blood coming in, especially, there is a bit of a racial divide between the Lawnfall and the Rashian. They're both human subtypes, but the Lawnfall consider themselves to be the original human, and the Rashian are they feel like are sort of an offshoot of them, even though it's more of like a split like that.
Lesser offshoot?
Not as pure, because the Rashian bloodline does include the Rake, who had invaded this continent nearly 2,000 years ago.
Rake? A Rake invaded a continent? What?
Yeah.
It was one
And
big
apparently
Rake,
raped and pillaged.
sort of floated in on the current.
Can I just tell you how uncomfortable the word pure makes me?
Well, yeah.
So uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a difficult word. But that's kind of how they see it.
Must I hate all landfall just from the get-go?
Sure. You're actually descended from the Lawnfall. Knolls aren't.
If you want to, base everyone in the race on that, yes.
Right.
Who's the real monster now?
He's saying this is a racial characteristic, I thought. Is it?
What is
Where are you
one
going?
racial characteristic?
Okay, the GM has left the room.
Ooh, there's no love!
I don't like doing this thing, and
Okay, then
so I came in here to do it real quick. But I'm still right here. And I will kill you for it. So what was the question?
is this an inherent characteristic of all landfall, or is it an individual choice?
Is what? An individual
The racism.
It's more cultural than it is tied to like, it's not genetic. It's more cultural.
Okay.
Much like in real life.
So then I don't hate them all. I may have a prejudice, but I'm willing to examine on a case-by-case basis. Thank you for the correction.
Especially
I just don't want
since
this to get too real.
You can always feel a little, that word pure just sends me to a dark, dark place.
the Lawnfall have seen their numbers diminishing in Terrier over time.
Funny how that happened.
yeah.
Sorry.
Where's this?
Unfortunately, due to the influence of magic, there's less
Does it mean something?
blending. Though there is some over a greater period of time, but bloodlines tend to remain. If you're a Rashian, you tend to remain, your bloodline tends to remain a Rashian no matter what other races might be interjected in. It's either one or the other. You're not going to have like a half Knoll typically. Like if a Knoll had sex with a human and they had a baby, it would either be human or Knoll, not some blend. If that makes any sense. And like I said, that's due to that crazy magic, which does all sorts of kooky things, which people are still trying to figure out.
Which people?
Huh?
Which people?
Well, which
People that are researching that sort of stuff.
People that are witches?
Oh, witch people, yeah. Witch people.
Witch doctors.
So does anything stand out as wrong or incorrect, or does that sound like an okay direction to go with the company?
Yeah.
Opening up your folder right now.
Well, his family, they're not against, making more money, but they are against these non-pure people coming in. Like, why can't they just, stay somewhere else and still...
It's important.
You can,
they don't
you can
want
order,
anybody else to live there. They
Tinder
just
other
want
places. Yeah, they want to ship stuff everywhere.
Right.
They're
They
fine
want to
with
be
taking the
issued.
money, just not fine with the people living there.
Yeah. Take our things, give us your money, now go away.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone see go crazy, your crew die.
Right. No, that's
Just
a little,
not.
that's a little different.
Yeah.
A little bit of additional background as far as the setting goes.
Oh, is it made of metal or plastic?
The relationship with Delafran, which is the kingdom sort of across the Worm Heart, has not always been great, but currently there's a bit of a peaceful time between your two kingdoms.
1980.
Share a lot of trade.
Okay.
Even better allies are to the southwest, kingdom called Thoraheim. You guys, Terragir and Thoraheim, have been long-standing allies for as long as the kingdoms have existed.
Are both of, obviously the one across the Wormheart is accessible by sea, or lake. Can we call it a sea? It's very, very large lake.
Sure.
Okay. Then I'm assuming
Or
it's
just
briny.
like some
It's not
sea.
salty.
Well, we were talking before about maybe having
Here comes
both
Cat.
fresh and salt.
Oh!
Why do you have to
Crap.
do this, Paco?
Ugh.
This is where the people are congregating.
It's not so much the being on the table; it's the leaping onto the table and pulling everything.
He always leaves on the table. We just don't usually have a tablecloth.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes it super.
We didn't have an issue with JoJo last week, though. He was up multiple times, but he has a more lighter foot.
Doesn't have as pendulous a belly, so
Yeah.
a lot of swang.
So, what was your question about Delafran?
Is the other one accessible by sea?
Yes, Thoraheim is accessible by sea. Yes.
So if all of these seas are connected, wouldn't that make them oceans?
Well, they are actually connected by ocean. If you go
How
out.
do seas get connected?
Okay, that makes sense. I see what you're saying.
That doesn't make sense to me.
It does. I'll show you on a map. Mediterranean Sea and some other seas there.
Oh, that may...
Actually, that's true. You know a lot more about global geography than you used to.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm. All your learning at school.
Which map?
And the education.
Yep.
Education.
Need a map that kind of shows both.
Oh, you're jealous? It's
None of those do.
He's playing. I've got his favorite item out. No wonder he's on the table. I know. He would rather be brushed with a wire brush than anything in the world.
Can't zoom in close enough. So either maps are pulled in too tight or they're out way too far to show you. I guess I can show you this here. Okay, so
It's okay.
Can I clean my
it's
fingernails with
important
this
to
guy's
be able to
daggers?
visualize this stuff. So
I can visualize the
yeah,
cat's butt
so
right
this is
now.
the cat's. Imagine his butthole is
Okay.
Delafran.
Okay.
And you want to travel up the small intestine.
Oh my god.
Go that way, cat.
Oh my god.
So this is Terragir. Here,
Mm-hmm.
that's Terragir.
Mm-hmm.
That's Delafran.
Mm-hmm.
Thorheim is here.
Mm-hmm.
So Terragir can get to Thorheim by sea.
Okay.
We'll just He is insistent. I'm going to be in the middle of this.
Help. I'm helping.
So this is Terrier. Your peninsula is in here, like right around there.
Okay.
Delafran is here. And Thorahine is down here, so it's accessible by sea.
How can one get from the Wormheart to sea?
You can't. Not directly from the Wormheart, no. Anything that's traveling across it needs to go further. They're loaded on the wagons.
My question was about getting from Whitecap to this other land by sea.
Not directly. You can if you go to the sea and then get on a boat and then take the boat down.
Traveling on the land.
You cannot.
As a seafaring race, I just don't understand how a seafaring race would be on a landlocked lake.
They live on ships. There are ships on lakes. So that's the best way I can describe it. I mean, they go where the work is, they go where the ships are, and the Wormheart has a lot of trade going back and forth across its waters.
Is there a lake on our Earth that is comparable in size, so I can get an idea of what we're talking about?
It's maybe. I would have to.
It's okay. You don't have to do it right now. I just didn't know if you had anything in mind already. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm certain that there are lakes on Earth that are comparable or bigger. I mean, the Great Lakes are pretty big.
They're big.
It is snowing. Lake Superior.
Saran stabbed my finger.
Ouch.
As far as a lake that's close to us, Lake Superior is not far off. It's a bit smaller.
All right. Well, I'm going to have a lot of sailing questions for you and stuff like that. And
you're going to be able to answer most of them yourself because you know way more about sailing.
You know what? The ship that she apprenticed on is in the actual ocean. Because its name means the Happy Narwhal, and that would be a stupid name for a lake boat.
The Black Sea is way narrower than the Wormheart, and it's entirely landlocked.
Still
not.
The Caspian Sea is also
thinking.
The Red Sea.
I'm so glad you have decided.
The Wormheart is not called Lake Wormheart; it's just called Wormheart. So, yeah, it can definitely be classified as a sea. Though magic is quite real, it is.
Sorry, our cat's so shy.
Very rare and often misunderstood. The primary religions in Terrier are Arcanes, primarily, who is the god of war, also known as the Slayer. People who worship Arcanes are known as the Arcana.
Sounds a lot like Ares.
It does. There is a correlation there. Interesting you detected that.
What?
You know too much. Jacob, take him out.
By which you mean fire him.
By which I mean fire him, right? Nothing else I could mean.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We're homeless. I know.
So
I agree with me. Your head's on a pike.
Yeah.
Because of
that's
events.
Not a threat.
No, I'm joshing.
Because of events in the past, especially dealing specifically with the Draklanar, which are the dwarven race that exists in the Dragonhorn Mountains to the south of Terrier. That's like the only place, the only access Terrier had to mining, and so they've been kind of clashing with the Draklanar for centuries over mining rights in the Dragonhorn. And because of things that happened back then, Terrier has slowly adopted over time kind of a warlike, not really war as an aggressive, but a very defensive building of the military type attitude. They funneled a great amount of money into their defense of the nation. So much so that for a while, other industries were suffering as a result.
Mom, the cat's staring at me.
How about the schools?
I wonder why the cat's staring.
It depends on where you are. Like Whitecap, the Whitecap is slowly building up as money comes back into it. So,
are there any places of great learning?
Not in Whitecap.
No, I mean
in the kingdom, certainly. Yes.
How about in
a long distance away?
Balave?
Though those towns are all smaller than
Looks
Whitecap.
like.
The next, Whitecap is probably third or fourth in population as far as towns in Terrier. Population. Third or fourth in population. There's only a few places with more people in it.
Like what?
Like Triano, which is the capital.
If it
They have
falls on the
most
ground,
people.
it'll bend.
Yep. Don't break my.
Don't. If it falls on the ground, it
figure.
will bend. So very carefully, don't do that.
Johnny is currently stacking a D&D figure on his head.
He wants to be like the cat. Seriously, it needs to be your homepage right there, honey.
What? It should.
The cat who smothered the world. Okay, moving
and
along.
has dice on his back.
So there are, and there's certainly some institutions still left in Whitecap, but as far as any larger places of study. Now, Terragir kind of recessed a bit when it came to arcane education and more scientific-based education, because again of events that happened a long time ago, specifically dealing with this accident that happened with these conjurers. So education kind of got folded into religion, and so and so it's more the churches kind of lead the education front more so than research institutes or universities, that sort of thing. So while Arcanes is the top religion, the official religion of Terragir, again, it's not an aggressive version of Arcanes. Arcanes is more about taking action, and even defense is an action that you can take.
I rolled the most.
If that makes any sense at all.
Okay.
But and then there are other fairly decently sized religions. There's Anu, who is the god and goddess of creation. There's Asia, who is the goddess of nature. There are 14 other known major deities and religions, as well as the Pleiad, which are more forces of nature who are tasked with the crafting of the soul of each sentient being. They're called the Pleiad.
There's 7 of them.
There are 9.
Like the 7 sirens.
As far as other races in Terragir go, it's mostly Rashian, with Monfall kind of just right behind them. Turwin are not uncommon. Turwin are sort of northern humans. Yeah. Kyle, which are halflings, are scattered about. Very small number of elves and nearly no dwarves to speak of because of this the bad relations that they have with the Dwarven nation to the south.
And what is Terran?
I'm a...
He's a spirit. He's an elf. They're called the Spiralis.
Elf. Just elf, not half elf or anything like that.
Pure.
I'm a half elf, I thought.
No, you're pure elf. Pure
Wasn't I have
Spiralis.
human? Because, like...
The geneticist.
I'll
Why would there be...
check your character sheet.
Why
You
would
have
there
it
be?
open.
Why would there be like regular elves and white cat?
Why
I
wouldn't there
thought
be?
it was a half elf. Because like elves aren't like popular.
Just because they're not popular doesn't mean they don't exist.
I mean, like they're not much of them. Like
That's okay. You only need 2.
You don't have to be common. This is our world. We get to make it.
And we're talking about residents. We're not talking about travelers, although it would also be rare to see one traveling through. But certainly there's no, like, they don't bar them from entering the kingdom at the border. Or anything
It's not like it's
that.
never happened.
Right.
I mean, Jacob's family might sneer at you, and
They probably would.
yeah.
So I was thinking that perhaps you guys, well, I guess we talked about this last game, but it's mostly it's a kind of a cool summer, long cold winter type of climate. A lot of conifers, a fairly flat terrain. The town of Whitecap is built atop the ruins of a much older and larger port city once called Asalar, which was abandoned hundreds of years ago.
Did the cat eat my pencil?
I would not be surprised.
Probably.
And by
Maybe
eat,
under his foot.
where's your minifig now?
Oh, maybe I don't have one. I forgot that I can't use my stage character.
and the town has rebuilt up enough recently to warrant the return of the Terragir crown. They installed Princess Leonore Atwood as the Duchess of Isalar, who has taken up residence and is rebuilding the walled Atwood Manor on the west side of Whitecap.
I really want to make a diorama out of these minifigs.
I did not get it 100% completed, but here's where I am currently with the map of Whitecap. There's still a lot of stuff to do.
Whoa.
It's quite a map.
That is quite the map.
You're an amazing map maker.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maker.
Can
you show our viewers?
Map Mater.
Oh.
No, I meant he could pull.
What
Is
are
it
those?
in you?
What are those black lines? Are they like rivers?
Roads.
Streets.
Rivers?
You talking about the three?
Yeah, those three.
Yeah, those are roads.
Okay. What was the red thing? What is the red thing supposed to be? Is it like a castle or mansion or something?
Right now, the only red thing I see is the cat's butt. Excuse me.
The cat's butt is
He
red.
keeps trying to roll the dice. I love it. Oh, that's the princess's keep. Princess? Is she a princess?
She is a princess,
Okay.
and also Duchess.
You did really good on this. It looks like parchment. Cool.
All right, I put White Cap up for. How many viewers we up to now? 1,800? Something like that? 1,900?
Whoa, we have that much on our first video, or
This is our second episode. Thank you very much.
if you haven't seen the first, you should probably
So
check
much.
it
I need
out.
so much to drink.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, here's my cup.
Should I pop that
That's
wine
okay.
bottle?
No, you've got a lot to do.
Yeah. So you only did the detail down the bottom,
What detail?
the detail on the buildings.
Because I started doing the detail, then I was like, you know what, this is going to take too much time. I just
Yeah.
want to get at least the
You
building
said there's,
shapes
Are these glass?
finished and in place first.
They look like frosted glass. See,
There was like
I love it.
800 buildings,
There's
right? Like,
Close to 1,000.
whoa.
Right around 1,000.
Oh no, your viewer missed the cat rolling the dice.
Son of a
Just happened.
nutcracker. So, I was wondering if we should already have you guys know each other in some way. That way we can kind of start off with you guys are already familiar with one another. There's no like meeting that needs to happen. But in what context was something I was trying to figure out. Like, why do you guys know each other? And what sort of ties might there be in your histories?
I mean, for Finny, she just finished her apprenticeship, her apprentice druidship on. Let me find the vessel's name. The Shesta, for 2 years, and she's back at White Cap with Kron.
And it was Kron? Your mentor?
Kron was the druid that took me in.
Okay. Nope,
So you're a druid. Sweet.
Right now, there's absolutely zero correlation with any of your backgrounds.
I know. Well, I'm back on the Tonbwagwa with Kron.
Well, Johnny,
Because it's
we'll start with you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Tehran?
He was raised by wolves.
Now, is that something that you would share with people? Like, hi, I was raised by wolves.
Not really, no.
Is that your opener
No.
for conversation?
Can we be in the tavern there if there's a nice tavern and we're sitting around drinking and kind of getting to know each other? And being character.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, I can talk to animals, I guess.
What are you saying? Finny looks at you like, dude, are you calling me an animal?
No. I mean, like, I can talk to wild animals.
And then her ears relax a little bit. And she's like, I'm just kidding you.
And
What do you look like? Like, if you walked into a room, what would people see?
well, they'd see I'm wearing a hood, the green.
Even
hood.
inside? You wear it all the time?
Yeah, I guess. I have green face paint with swirl on my cheek, my left cheek, in honor of the nature goddess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who is Asia,
Asia.
or the Lady of the Mists?
And I am an elf. I am 100 and something years old. How old am I?
If you click on description,
Description. Where's description?
scroll down a little bit, see where it says that.
Description.
Yep, there you go. I don't know if we entered that stuff in or not. We didn't see.
I have
Keep scrolling down.
I have an excellent memory for maps and geography, by the way.
Yeah, I think it says right in there.
Mhm.
You can see all your height, weight, eye color, hair color.
I'm neutral good. I am a male. My eyes are brown.
Actually, they're green. but-
I'm six. I'm 6'3", I weigh 170 at least.
He is tall for an elf.
I am 120 years old.
Not uncommon for elves. I was wondering if you wanted to make yourself even younger.
Why? You said like 120 would be like
Around maturity.
yeah.
That's right around, but it depends on where you're comfortable. Do you think you'd be more comfortable playing a character who's closer to your own age, or
That'd be weird.
or someone a little bit older?
A little bit older.
Okay, then we'll keep them.
Well, that'd be weird if like I was
A kid.
a kid.
Why?
Kiddo.
You were raised by wolves.
That's
You're
true.
capable.
You're expected to be.
Not that old, so.
You're old enough to be in this bar right now.
Well, that's because I'm 120. You have to be 21 to drink.
Yeah, let me see your driver's license there, pal. You don't look a day over 105. But
Wait, there's not even cars back.
Super driver's license, you could drive a cart.
yeah. Uh-huh.
My great. I'm not sure how many greats there are.
You-
Uncle got arrested for drunken horseback riding in Washington, D.C. a long time ago. He was an attorney.
How do you know this?
That's who owned that desk that I have downstairs. That big oak desk.
Huh.
Yeah.
Drunken horse riding.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had something that never happens.
Oh, by the way,
Never happens.
I'm
None of my horse ladies drink.
I'm
No one in my house poured herself a drink as she's going out the door.
Yeah.
an Outlander, and I play the flute. I am good at athletics and survival, and
What's currently going on with you? Like, why are you in Whitecap now?
What you doing here, bud?
well, I grew up in the wilds, far from civilization, and the comforts of town and technology.
You're saying no internet where you grew up. Like,
Well, there's no internet.
that's sad. Yeah, I would.
Well, technically, there's no internet, and Whitecap is there. Now,
Is there internet in Whitecap?
Just at the library. You can-
Okay.
yeah. They have like a building-wide Wi-Fi.
so someone, what was it again, Alex?
Your mentor, the cleric who kind of took you in and raised you, and this is something that I thought. I wanted to see what you thought about this idea. The pack of wolves could have belonged to your mentor, the cleric of Asia, who trained you in the faith.
Yeah. Oh, I
You were
love
always
that.
maybe just more comfortable sleeping with them, but really it was your mentor who really who taught you how to be a cleric and got you involved with that whole thing. And we still wanted to say that something happened to the wolf pack and your mentor. They disappeared in some fashion, and you're looking for them. Is that still what we want to do?
Yeah, that's what we want to do. Yeah.
Okay. So he is searching for his lost pack, basically.
And
This really hits me.
why?
I mean, because my core values are the pack, family, and
Maybe I was raised by
that's-
you.
that's- no.
I know. I'm kidding.
but that really hits me. I mean, that's an important thing to me that you
Why
need to
did
be
I
with your
didn't
pack.
mean to book.
Would you do?
I didn't mean to bookmark it. No,
Well, it's okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
Stop clicking on things. Just
I was trying to
Take a
exit that.
okay. Just take a breath.
Why did it go?
Because you touched it a lot of times, honey.
Why is it? Wait.
Yeah, it's time for wine.
I'm just not even gonna ask. The heck?
I assume
that's
this
an
tavern
interesting
that
look.
you're in is something.
That's how you
I'll go
look.
back.
You're a giant, bald, bearded man with tattoos.
I said wait.
My kneecap.
No, just don't touch anything while
No, it's
loading.
white cat.
My kneecap.
So, what kind of tavern are you guys in? What kind of place attracted all
It
three
is
of you?
very
Nudie
near
Nudie bar?
NEWT.
Yes.
Nudie bar.
Yes.
It's a new
It's run by a salamander, so the drinks are hot.
They have a newt buffet
Wait. A buffet of newts or a buffet for newts?
of newts.
Oh
Right,
no!
yes.
Okay, all right.
It's a
I hate.
delicacy. in
Finny
Whitecap.
loves that. No, it's something by the harbor, by the port there.
So it's like an oyster bar.
Did you just talk to yourself by like?
Or is it like a swim up
perspective?
bar?
Third person. Yes, I'm talking about.
It's a
her.
swim up bar.
Oh. I'm talking about. Oh my gosh! I never thought about how she swims. I mean, because she is a good
Wait,
swimmer. And she has
well, you
webbed
freeze to
feet.
death, because it's.
Oh no, not me. Have you seen my coat? Thick and fluffy,
She's got
like a newbie.
She's got webbed toes.
Mhm. I have a big. I mean, I've got the build of a Portuguese water dog person, but the fur of a Newfie. Oh, I'm just gonna put it in here. Is that okay?
And
So
in here, and in here.
You would not like this.
Let me sip it.
You can taste the drip that's left in here.
So what would draw Gareth to a place like this?
Drinks.
Well, why this place in particular? It's not.
It's no place his family would go.
So is that part of the draw that it's sort of more of the
Yeah, there's some value that he's not going to be seen there. I mean, he's not exactly estranged from his family, but things are kind of like a real shaky relationship there. They'll see each other at like whatever the equivalent of like Christmas and Thanksgiving and birthdays and all of that, but it's not like he doesn't come over for dinner 3 times a week.
What does Gareth look like?
He is about 5'10", 200 pounds.
Are we
So
talking
pretty solid,
common right now?
pretty
Or are we
solid guy. I noticed he had like a 17 strength, right? So he's pretty bulky.
He's a pretty strong boy.
what is this?
Brown hair. He's got like a thin, like John Waters style mustache.
Don't make me spit this out my nose.
That's
Really? I love it.
Well,
Okay,
you
wait.
know
What color is his hair? I'm forming my mental image.
Light brown.
Okay. Alrighty.
But yeah, like I said, he's still 28, so he's still pretty young. So he's still sort of trying to figure out his own path in life.
I'm 100 years older than you. Respect
So
your
you probably
elders.
have a little more, experience and all of that than
One would hope.
Gareth does. But he did learn his fighting skills. So his family hired a mentor to teach him how to fight because they thought that was an important skill for people in the family to have.
Oh, good.
I had to be like 90 whenever the wolves found me because
Not
like
necessarily.
it was like
They could
wolves
be
don't live
magical
long.
wolves.
But
Magical wolves.
it was the pack. They just, as they aged and died, or maybe they were magical wolves.
Who knows?
No, we actually talked about that. The fact that the wolves that were in the pack before they disappeared were not the same wolves that were in the pack when you first joined up. That pack went through a lot of changes over time.
Huh.
But it's still the same pack.
Yeah. It's like if you replace every bit of a car with a new component, is it still the same car?
These are some deep philosophical questions.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Welcome to the Hunger Games.
Maybe there was someone in your family who was a very famous, well-known fighter, known perhaps kingdom-wide since the Legance Lumber Co.
Right.
period was so large.
Lugant's wood.
Big
Huh?
wood.
Lugant's big wood.
Alex.
Come on down, Lugant's big wood.
Alex. How do you pronounce
Biggest, hardest timbers in the land.
SHILLE?
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh. Shillelagh?
Shillelagh.
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 Don't listen to me about pronunciation
What's with the-
ever.
AGH, like Shillelagh or Shillelagh?
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh? Shillelagh?
The snow is getting snowier.
Who does that?
Ooh.
Snow intensifies.
So maybe, and that's maybe,
We should do a snack break sometime.
we will.
Yeah, in 5
I
minutes.
don't know, maybe I'm thinking now that like this was kind of a black sheep of the family though, even though he was noted, but you sort of liked that he was a black sheep and he was noted for his physical prowess and that sort of pattern yourself after him, even though for some reason yet to be determined he or she.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say she was a respected fighter, and then kind of had a falling out with the family, and that part we don't know yet. But
Too individualistic. Now I'm seeing it's like the crown with a with Prince Charles still liking his uncle. His uncle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. King.
Well, great uncle.
Great uncle.
Yeah, I thought we determined that having a mentor hiring a mentor to teach someone how to fight isn't too common in Whitecap, but the family still kind of did it.
Well,
I
think we were trying to avoid having you be in the actual military or police force.
Ooh, is he militia?
Well, because of the build-up, Terrigier does again push a lot of funds into building up its military, although most of what they do is to the south and along the coast, because that's where most of the threats have come from in the past. Now, because of Whitecap rebuilding, and there are tribes of northern humans. There's been some butting of heads with these northern tribes along the
budding, like.
Oh no, you dropped me, Mom! You dropped me.
Along the northern edge of Terrigier, when it goes into the Blackwood, that's basically unclaimed territory. So it's tribal. It's no law really up there. It's just every man and woman for themselves. And so there's been some conflict there, and so Terrigier is starting to push a little bit more in the way of defense along the northern edge of the kingdom. But yeah, so we were trying to figure out a way to where you weren't exactly a soldier or a policeman. What?
Oh, they're both on there still? Sorry.
The map of Whitecap?
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know. No, I meant, can you see the other window too or not?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you should take the picture of Whitecap off space. Like they've seen it for 5 hours now. Cat.
There you go, Jojo.
Wait, that was Jojo? I thought it was Papa.
So you want me to switch back to this?
Yeah. And maybe put Whitecap in the other. Oh, wait. Oh, well, it's going to show anyway, so never mind.
Okay. Anything else anyone would like to add?
Let's eat snack.
We're going to be taking a break here in just about very soon.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Alex drew that all those pictures.
No, a lot of these are photographs of areas that
have sea stacks.
Yeah, but
not just that, but
you drew the drawable ones.
Areas, the photos of places that made me feel like this is something that Terrigier might have.
Wait, so this is Terrigier, not Whitecap?
Whitecap is in Terrigier.
Oh,
Whitecap is the town.
Is in Ohio.
Yep.
Wait. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Mom, we're streaming this. We don't want stalkers.
Or maybe we do.
Dayton now. Oh, watch out, Dayton.
Need to cover up my.
Yes.
People know where we're from.
Are you cold, Johnny?
Oh.
Wait, what?
I love how you say that.
Oh.
Tattoo?
Yes.
When did you get that?
It's like Tukin.
A couple months ago.
I thought.
Isn't it lovely?
When was the?
In August.
That was in August.
Can you can shut it a little bit if you guys are getting chilly.
Oh no!
I didn't realize it was.
Oh, I forgot that I had already.
Yeah.
I had already came up with that. So the tavern that you guys met and you guys all. It was just sort of, how you go to a place frequently and you start to recognize faces and might strike up a conversation at some point. So that sort of happened with the three of you over time. The tavern name is called the Damon Leg.
The what?
The Demon Leg.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But it's spelled Daemon.
Yeah. I think you said Damon, like my
Matt Damon. It's Matt Damon's leg.
Never seen.
We're about to break for a snack, so do you want to wait for that or?
Oh, wait for that.
Okay. There is a bone that they keep over the fireplace, which they say is an actual bone from one of the creatures that had destroyed Whitecap 200 years earlier.
Beamer, Tib, or Fib, or did they do that?
Whichever makes the most sense to you. I didn't.
Do you believe it's real?
Bone.
I mean, Tibs have a nice club-like end, but Beamer are usually bigger. So.
And this is a demon, so it could have bones that we have never seen before.
Wondering about, yeah.
Do you think it's real bone? I mean, you do eat bones since you're a dog or whatever.
I mean, I might want to go up and chew on it just a little. I'm not going to do it, but I might kind of want to a little bit.
But do you think it's real?
I mean, it looks like a bone.
It does?
Do an investigation check.
Oh, okay. That's a great idea. forgot the cat was rolling my die. Oh, nat 20.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's a great way to start. Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
It is a real bone.
It is a real bone. And does it smell demony?
It does not smell natural.
Unnatural.
You just go up there?
By accident.
It does not smell of the natural world. It smells. It curls your hair,
Woo.
and yeah, it's a little acrid.
I don't want to chew that bone.
No, it does not. It does
I
not
might want
seem
to
like
chew
it
that
would
bone.
taste great.
So it's good that they have it over the fireplace to
Right.
get that like nice heated smell going.
Yeah, yeah.
Sort of infuse the entire.
Well, I mean, it
bar.
is 200 years old, so it's not strong to you all, but with my fine nose,
Okay, you got it.
How big is your nose? It's like the size of like my face.
it's a big snoot.
Yeah, it's like the size of my face.
I am not a small being.
Yeah, your teeth are kind of. Like,
I mean, I'm not huge.
your teeth
How
are.
tall
Like,
is your character?
I'm about 7 feet.
Okay.
your teeth are big. Got big teeth.
I'm the little shorty over here.
Yeah, look at me. I'm taller than you. Wait.
I'm quite thin. I mean,
So would you like
the hair
to?
makes it
Or a bear. I mean, dog. No.
Do you want to take a snack break?
Yeah.
And then come back and
Yeah.
Kill the bartender, set everything on fire.
continue the story.
Yes.
All right, we'll be back in just a little
Oh,
bit.
Here comes.
You're right. He's lighter on his feet.
where's Teddy been all this time?
He is downstairs, and I feel bad. Can we include him in the snacking?
No.
Another public service announcement from Brill Cream. Men, beware. Use 1 dab of Brill Cream. Just a little dab makes your hair look excitingly clean, disturbingly healthy. This man dared to use 2 dabs. Now he's in trouble. We refuse to be responsible.
Brill cream, Brill cream, Brill cream, Brill cream, a little dab will do ya. Brill cream, you look so debonair. Brill cream, the gals will all pursue ya. They'll love to get their fingers in your hair. It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
When this dead hand moves, the monster created by a man they called Mad is turned loose to strike terror into the hearts of men. To shock women into uncontrolled hysteria. To prey upon the innocence of children. This is the story you've heard about, talked about. The spine-tingling, blood-chilling story that stunned your emotions. Frankenstein.
Don't touch that!
I just realized I had the mic turned off. Since we
the whole
restarted. Since we restarted.
Okay.
Wait, since we
Little
what?
technical
And that
difficulty
concludes
there.
the game.
And
Wow, I can't
joining
believe
us-
all that happened.
I
That
know.
was
Since the
amazing.
beginning? Since the beginning?
No, since our food break.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, that's bad. Oh my god.
So if you are interested, I can offer you 20 gold pieces each once she is returned back to her family.
Whenever you edit the video, just
There's no editing.
He can
Oh,
This
post
is
he can
live.
post a recap.
okay.
Yeah, we're doing a live.
Yeah.
Trying not to quote. Trying not to. It's so hard.
Quote what?
A certain person who talked about doing it live, the broadcast, and had strong feelings about it.
Ew.
Huh?
Anyway,
There's a guy who got really angry on camera and started cussing a lot.
he just blew up. I mean, didn't literally pull up, verbally pull up. How much is 20 gold pieces in this economy? Is it a lot, a little? Is it like $10?
Or
Is
where
it like
you guys are.
$1,000? Like $1,000 or $10,000? Or what are we talking here?
For the type of spending that you guys are doing, it's probably not much for you just because you know what a lot of money really is.
Right.
But for the two of you,
I know how much ships cost.
20 gold pieces. Can't buy a ship for 20 gold.
No, I know that. But what I'm saying is I'm aware of economy because I would like to have my own ship someday.
Right. I'm not saying your money. What is this? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that 20 gold pieces would seem like a lot more money to you and you than it would for you, since you grew up in a rich family.
I mean, $100 seems like a lot to me and Johnny, but not to Jacob. So, in real life.
How many weeks' wages?
A new
Days
riding
wages.
horse costs 200 gold.
So this is not that much money.
To someone who is used to getting coppers and silvers, having 20 gold pieces
Hey, Alex.
is a lot. Seems like a lot. Yeah.
Shouldn't we catch up the viewers on what we've been doing?
Yeah, I don't think we had any viewers. So,
Well,
I think it'll be okay, John.
yeah.
But thank you for.
If we ever have any viewers, I mean, like,
Yeah, they'll get caught up. Don't worry.
if I don't get a viewer in the next 5 minutes, I'm canceling the game.
Oh my gosh! Please no table flipping.
This game has been canceled.
it hasn't even
isn't
been
like
5 minutes.
What did you say?
I think it was something like wall.
Burlap.
Well,
Let me see if I can give you some more equivalents.
we'll try pretzel. Ugh. These pretzels are disgusting.
I'm trying to figure out if it's my lack of experience with playing D&D or my obnoxious nature that makes you stop and look stuff up so much.
So I want to be able to answer your question.
Like money in D&D is really weird because it doesn't scale 1-to-1 to money in our world. Because you look at some things like, oh, okay, room at a tavern might cost so much, but then when you scale that to like a cart or a horse, it makes 0 sense.
Okay. So I just need to go with the fact that there's not going to be any kind of logarithm I can use to equate it to
Not to
things I
like
know.
US dollars.
Yeah. And just, this is a lot of money. This is not much
You
money.
could buy an ox for 15 gold.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's a reasonably...
You could live 1 gold piece a day would give you a modest lifestyle.
1 gold piece a day?
Yes. A poor lifestyle would be 2 silver a day.
Okay, this is 20 days worth of pay for okay living. I mean...
20 gold buys you like a military saddle.
You could buy 2 fine bottles of wine for 20 gold.
Or 2/3 of a pony.
Ooh, 2/3 of a pony. Now you've got my interest.
So what?
Or-
So a fine bottle of wine
Ponies-
is 10 gold, right?
Ponies are delicious.
Or close to 1/3 of a camel.
Not as tasty. A little stringy. But that fat pad, all about that fat
You
pad.
could almost buy a mastiff for 20 gold. Like if you could get someone through in 5 more, then you'd be there.
But yeah, like a fine bottle of wine is 10 gold,
Ooh, a pound of saffron.
but a
would be
pony
15
is
gold.
a pony
Wait,
is 30 gold.
That is so erroneous.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Wait, what?
A pound
Of saffron.
of saffron is how much?
15 gold.
That is ridiculous. Do
Why
you know how
is
much
it-
a pound of saffron would cost in the real world?
How much?
It grows all the way everywhere here, though.
Well,
Fantasy saffron.
Yes.
Did you know a pound of gold is 50 gold?
I saw that.
A pound of platinum is 500 gold.
Woohoo!
okay.
Wait, so
So
one
it's a
platinum
reasonable
is
amount of
50
money.
gold?
It's nothing to like get alarmed over, but it's like, decent pay for
For a job.
3 weeks.
Depending on
I can handle it
how
for
long
3
it
weeks.
takes.
But
Wait, so
it's
you
no
have-
expensive.
We all have 20 gold pieces
No, this is how much money he is offering you to complete this particular task.
each.
Yes, it would be each. Time is clearly important because we do want to get the princess back safely, not knowing where she is.
I don't know about you fellows, but tell me what information you have, and then I'll tell you if I'm interested. My reasoning is, sorry to talk over you. My reasoning is that if it's going to take us more than a couple of weeks, it's not worth it.
No. She was taken outside of town, just a few miles.
Taken?
She was taken?
We can only assume so.
I thought you said she was thrown to wander off.
She is, and she did again, but this time she did not return. The lieutenant tracked her to a location where he believes she was taken.
Oh, Liam Neeson.
Where's the Liam Neeson?
So,
And the Bruce Willis.
how much time do we have left to?
Find her
Yeah.
within a day or two if she's starving.
And how much more time do we have to play today?
You just want to know how much longer we're going to play.
And how much more time we have?
Either 10 minutes
I need to go to the
or
bathroom.
70 minutes.
I can't imagine why.
So we need to find the princess dead or alive. Got it.
Kill the princess. I understand.
And I'm out.
And if we don't find her,
I don't want to. That would be horrible. I really don't want to think about what would happen if
Yes, but we need to
something
know.
happened to her.
but if I'm still spending a couple days searching,
We can't accept a contract if we don't know what the consequences for failure are. If we're going to be looking for 3 weeks and not get paid, that's not worth our while. What do you think? 10 up front and we'll look for a week?
If it make a
You should be good at negotiations since she was shipboard.
shitboard, is it?
Shipboard.
It's not,
she was shitboard.
I heard shitboard.
I got a 19 plus something. What am I adding to it?
This is going to be a
Persuasion?
persuasion.
23.
If the money will be paid either way, if it looks like it's going to be more than 2 days, then we will renegotiate.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we aren't working for free.
I'm back.
How's that sound to you?
Work for
I'm
free
sorry,
in
you
this
said,
economy?
we look for 2 days and then what happens? It looks like it's going to be longer.
You'll get
than...
the 20 gold, regardless of the outcome.
Okay, then pay us first and we will go look.
We'll pay you half first
When do we get the second
to
half?
cover expenses.
When do we get the second half?
After either she has been found or when we do the renegotiation.
Okay. I will allow up to 2.5 weeks for this search.
Wow. He said 2 days.
Just 2 days.
Oh, 2 days is what I meant. 2 days. I thought you meant 2 days until we got paid the first bit.
No, I'll pay you half now.
Total. Okay, half now.
The other half in 2 days, or whenever you find her, whichever comes first.
Okay. Around in like 45 minutes, is there a bonus?
He's right here. If you find her alive, it'll be 25 gold per person.
Okay.
Why do you get paid, like, to find her dead?
Because they need to know.
Closure.
You know, well, he still went through the effort of finding her. We have no more cheese? That's a crime.
Come on. Sorry, Alex.
It's being it. Eat that cheese.
The cheese ball.
That cheese is
I
not
can't smear the
good.
sausage
Why am I
into the
eating?
cheese ball.
Why am I
You can't
eating this
use
thing?
this.
Where are you eating?
Pretzel?
Something?
Yeah, use a pretzel to
What's wrong with
smear it on the.
I don't like
On the
pretzels.
So are you eating them?
Oh
Why are you eating a pretzel? You hate pretzels. Pretzels hate you.
So yes, you're in agreement?
Yes, I
yeah.
am.
Ready to go.
no! Wait, so how much time do you have to complete this quest?
I'm from a room.
What?
2 days.
2 days?
Somewhere between infinity and 2 days.
Yeah, it's hard to say for sure because you don't know exactly what the state of the princess is right now.
And about how far away are we from where she went missing?
Just several miles.
Okay.
And
The lieutenant.
So it's not like we're going to have to spend like those 2 days traveling.
Right, no.
Got it.
The lieutenant will have additional information.
Okay.
I would suggest speaking with him.
Yep.
Okay, where can we find?
I already have everything
Yeah.
on me that I need from the ship. Actually, this cheese ball is pretty good with the nuts in it.
Where can we find this lieutenant?
If I,
What is his or her name?
the lieutenant,
Mm-hmm.
his name is Magath. Magath Ansgard.
McGoth.
He is currently
He's
working.
dressed all in black.
Yeah, what was a plaid? plaid tam o'shanter.
What? What did I miss?
A black kilt and a plaid tam o'shanter. It's never mind. McGoth.
Scottish goth man.
Yeah.
I
Oh, it's Craig.
He is. Are you familiar with the area around the Atwood Manor?
Probably. I assume I would be.
Me, not so much. You probably know all kinds of stuff about it.
There's a stables.
Did you say Atwood Manor?
Yes.
Is the princess's name Margaret?
You know what? This map isn't even not the right map anymore. I'm going with a different map.
Oh, okay.
We can get rid of this one.
Bye.
Why?
Okay, so what's the princess's name? Katona, and her mom Margaret. Okay.
Katona? I never said that.
And her mom's name is Leonore.
It's
Leonore?
Margaret.
I thought it was Margaret.
I believe it's Leonore.
Sure.
I'll double check.
Leonore Atwood written down. But she could go by Margaret.
It's okay. We're just making jokes.
Yeah, it is Leonore. Princess Leonore Atwood, Duchess of the Sawyer. You're really helping the family out here in the town, and
Thank you. Please bring us to McGoth.
It will not be forgotten. Oh, you can go there. The stables are. It's not inside the wall. It's on the town side.
Okay, so
Okay.
we go up to
Ready to
the
go.
wall.
Remember to keep things on the down low.
Yeah, Mom.
We don't want this getting out.
Does there need to be a pretense with which we search out McGoth? This big red beard.
No. He knows.
Black eyeliner.
He knows that I was tasked with finding some.
Is there a code word we get to use?
Yes, a special knock.
A
I
secret
love special
handshake,
knocks.
if you will.
You got to drum out the pattern from Closer by 9 Inch Nails.
Or Stranger Things. Or
How
the
Closer goes.
or the Stranger Things
It's
one.
a thing.
However,
there.
Stranger
It's
Things
the
one.
words. I only know the melody. Sorry.
Oh,
What about
you were tapping out the
Hoppers?
word.
Yes, I was
pattern?
tapping out the words.
What
And that's
about-
actually how the Closer sounds in Whitecap, because they don't have our music.
They haven't invented drums yet.
Electricity.
What about the
Looking for it.
It's played on a baron.
what about from
Bone in the handheld drum.
Stranger Things? Whatever. I forget.
Okay, let's. I am ready to go look for the goth.
Yep. I really want a picture of him now.
I actually have a picture.
Oh, you did.
It's wrong.
It's wrong. It does not match. It could not possibly match. the
Big
photo I
bushy
have in my
red
head.
beard. Deep black eyeliner.
Awesome.
Are you
I think he's
Google
completely
searching
bald.
Scottish goth right now?
That's exactly what you heard.
He is.
I love it.
Literally,
I
not
love
kidding.
it.
Oh my gosh.
That is exactly what I was.
Scottish goth. Scoff.
I just no, that's not a thing. That can't be a thing. Scottish
No,
God.
that's not true. That's impossible. So this is Whitecap, and the stables are fairly close to where the gatehouse is to go into the manor. So it's
Okay. What's that big field there?
That's where the market is.
Oh. That close to the castle.
We talked about this last.
I know. I mean, I've seen a lot of ports. Finney has opinions about how a town should be laid out.
Oh, sure.
What's most efficient?
You're Finney. Is your name? You're Finney.
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 That's not your name. Stop trying to pass it off as your name. So you, where do you think the demon?
Not with the sausage.
Where do you think the demon leg is located? Do you want it to be? I was thinking kind of out on this side because I was trying to think of a tavern that is also close to not being in town.
See those big piers there?
Yes.
She's probably going to be near them.
You would be, yes, but I was trying to think of a place that also they would be.
Well,
because he would be most likely in a tavern located
Except
here.
that he's trying to get away from his family, right?
And he would be most likely located
He's
in
a
a tavern
traveler.
that was
Who, me?
on the outskirts.
To me?
So I was trying to find a place that was all three.
Who?
So, given my knowledge of port towns, strangers and travelers are often found on the waterfront because that's where you see a lot of strangers and
Yes.
travelers.
I was just wondering how much town you're going to have to walk through to get to the stables. And chances are a fair amount, at least half, if not more, so you get to see. I imagine the buildings are all sort of single-story, some two-story, but mostly single-story dwellings and businesses. A fair amount of new building and construction, and most things are in wood. There's not a whole lot there aren't any nearby quarries really. So most things, but Terriger is known for its lumber, so many things are made from wood. And so the three of you saunter through town, probably the first time the three of you have done anything other than just sitting around the tavern since you guys met. Because what would you have been doing, really?
Deciding on if I'm going to accept another birth or if I'm going to strike out on my own.
No, the three of you as a group.
Yeah. Oh, as a group,
Yeah.
yes. We have never done this kind of thing other than drinking. Yes, true.
And you eventually come to the stables.
One moment.
Yes.
As we get ready to leave, I ask for a loaf of bread and pay for it, tear out the top and hand it to you because you look skinny and hungry. Throw the rest of my stew in there and then walk along, slurping and munching it as we go. Okay, continue, sorry. I'm not going to waste
Isn't that called a
food.
trencher? Wouldn't that be
If it
considered
was
a
stale,
trencher?
yeah, but
You could buy stale bread and do what you do.
she doesn't really care. Yeah, that's fine. Stale bread it is.
Stale bread.
So you get to the stable. It's fairly easy to find. Terriger is not, or Whitecap is not known particularly for its horsemanship or anything, but they do have a need for horses and draft horses and that sort of thing. And you find McGath.
McGaw.
My gosh.
Is that going to be, or are we just going to officially change his name?
I thought that's what you said
You
the
said
first time.
McGaw, so we're
I
just
may
going
have
with it.
accidentally made it sound like McGoth,
Mhm.
but it's
No, it's
MGATH.
totally McGaw. Right. MGATH.
Oh my
McGaw.
gosh.
Oh my God. You find him mucking a stall. He's been working at it for a little while, so he's a little bit sweaty and dirty. And of course, I don't know if you've ever smelled a stable before or what horses
I know.
smell like, but
Definitely Mama's never.
it's definitely a unique scent to be
Definitely
found
doesn't ride
around
horses every
horses.
single day.
You should Google it sometime. You might like it.
Google horse sense.
So what do you do?
Find him?
You did. I
We
just
need
told
to
you.
find him. Okay.
All right.
You found him. He's currently mucking a stall, sweaty and dirty.
Is there anyone else around?
Well, this is a nice
Yeah, there's some activity. People coming in and out with horses and cleaning. And,
Would we be able to have a conversation with him and kind of keep it on the down low?
not 100% guarantee. There are occasionally people kind of
Okay.
passing by down the hallways.
Oh, by the way, Alex,
No.
thanks for
Go up to him and say,
That's what it looks like.
yes. You must be McGoth, I can tell by the rendition of the Huron bagpipes that you're listening to.
You son of a bitch.
We were told to look for you, and I'm kind of like,
Wink, wink.
kind of talking a little quietly, and you know,
Should we say who sent us? What was the name of the dude that sent us?
Ramos
Ramos.
sent us,
I think
and I'm kind of
that's-
like, you know, looking around,
Yeah.
trying to make it obvious that I am trying to respect the desire to keep things quiet.
Keeping the DL on the DL.
McGath is, he looks to be about in his early mid-20s. He's fairly
Inspector Elvis.
heavy set. He's pretty solidly built.
Yeah, okay, so I bring the shoulders out here.
And he has
There we go.
the
Oh,
most
that's really wide.
piercing, lovely green eyes you've ever seen, except on Taryn, who also has amazing green eyes. So, for a human, this guy's got some choice.
I think it's the heavy
an
black
elf.
eyeliner that really brings
It
it
sets
out.
him out, yeah.
I'm an elf.
Makes
Get
him
on my
pop.
level.
And he's breathing heavy.
I like you, John.
What is this now? What do you need?
Ramos sent him
All right.
to help.
All right.
Are you sure, Mom? Like, why is this guy mucking stalls if he was in charge of Princess?
I'd assume he got in trouble.
What do you call a princess's daughter? The royal whelp. I'm sure there's a word for
Sometimes
that.
they're called also princess. Not all the time. But sometimes they are. It depends on the country and the situation.
Her Highness the whelp.
So he puts the pitchfork down, grabs a rag.
He's been demoted.
That's what I'm thinking. It's punishment.
Oh no.
So, sorry, let me get some water. And he kind of goes over and gets a pitcher out of a bucket and pours it on his head. And then kind of gestures for you to follow him.
Oh wait, I'm saying that to you. Human.
Gestures for you to follow him. Do you?
Where are we going?
I mean, is it like a dark tunnel or is it out and through the
With, like,
middle of the?
fangs all around.
Nope.
No, he's taking you down to the far end of the stable row where there aren't really any people.
Okay. My follow-up.
This guy's not armed.
Nope.
He's wearing
happily followed.
just tunic and pants and
How many people are around
boots in total.
that we can see? Like 200?
Probably 2 or 3 within like a corner or something, you know.
And we're in the stable yard?
It's like the row of
Shed row.
individual shed row, is that what it's called? Yeah. So he's taking you down to an inn where it looks like there aren't any horses currently in those stalls.
Okay. Empty shed row.
And he comes around and kind of leans up on one of the stalls. All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
If anybody did join us.
I hope you enjoyed the views of the sausage skins. I think at least one of those have been chewed. So
2 of them.
you're welcome.
Scott Sausage Skin is my favorite Cure bagpipe cover band.
I'll hold on to my minifig. What?
Here you go, honey. There's a sign.
Let me see.